Hey guys, Jason here. So, I moved some of it. Here's my grid ties. There's my watts gauge. Right now, they're just blinking. Here's my wind gauge. Just set up here. 4-mile-an-hour winds. Here's my amp gauge. Here's my volt gauge. Not very much for volts, just a little bit. Amp gauge again. Oh, getting a gust of 9. I can't see my camera, it's all dusty and dirty. So yeah, wind is down to 8. This is my watts being put out into the house. And this is barely showing up. This is a 100 amp gauge, and that's in 7-mile-an-hour winds. Let's take a look at the turbines. Here's my 500 running, and up there is the 1600. So 500 and the 1600, and they're both hooked in right here. You can see my cheesy wiring job I did. These are just 12 gauge low voltage lighting for yard lights. This is all I have right now. I need to get new connectors for my more connectors for my 4 gauge wiring, so I don't have that all done. But yep, so I just thought I'd let you see that. Right now it's not really showing much on the amp gauge. I may have it wired wrong, I don't know. It was working, but I don't know. Not really getting much for winds, but put out a little bit of power. See, 28 watts. So here's my setup. I need to, like I say, got to go down and get more connectors so I can make my my wiring. Ran out of my ends. I could order them from Missouri Wind and Solar. He has the I think they're the 10-plated ones. Copper plated works good for works all right for this stuff. You want the 10-plated when you're hooking to your battery bank, which I don't even have set up in here yet. Anyway, yeah, these are 10 to 30 volt, 600 watt sun grid tie inverters. I run 2 of them. I think that helps. I think that helps absorb some of the amperage coming from the turbines, since 12 volts seems to make more amperage than let's see here, 7-mile-an-hour winds. My amp gauge, and it's still not showing much. Every time I go over to the amp gauge, it's the winds die down. So my volts, I need to get a better volt gauge on here. That volt gauge is just not, well, it's made for testing your car alternator. Anyway, amp gauge. I mean, it's just moving a little bit. This first line right here, well, that's 20 amps right up there. This first line down here is 10 amps. So it's bouncing between, 0 and 10 amps. So I don't know. For low wind speeds, maybe I should be using the 50 amp gauge, not the 100 amp gauge, because it just floats down here, just a little bit down in here, and it's hard to tell what that is. Probably right around 5 amps. So anyway, yep, 6-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, my setup. So there. Oh, you see, this little grate thing spaces my rectifiers off the wall about an inch. And I notice on the back side of these rectifiers, the cooling fins run up and down. And so that way it'll draft better and cool better. Anyway, but yep, that's what I'm doing. I gotta finish it. I gotta get this wiring cleaned up and stuff, but I just slapped this together because the winds keep picking up today, off and on, 4th of July. So I'm running out of time before the party starts, but it's pretty fun. So anyway, yep, I'm getting it done, and I need to bring my solar in here and start hooking it up too. Right now it's not hooked up to anything, just wasting my solar power right now, and it's kind of sunny out there. So yeah, alright, talk to you guys later.